Hello, I'm Dr. Edward, the Healing Vet, and today I'm talking about meeting this moment. You know, life is such an interesting, challenging, wonderful, amazing, beautiful journey that we share with our beautiful animals. And one thing that I've found is that over the years, I've got a lot better at being present in the moment, with this moment. Years and years ago, particularly when I just graduated from vet school, if things got challenging, if things got hard, I just kind of clocked out. I would clock out in a range of ways. I'd withdraw, I'd dissociate, I would drink alcohol, I'd eat junk food, I'd get grumpy, all these kinds of things. I didn't necessarily have a great capacity to be present. And presence is the one thing that our animals need from us more than anything else. You know, if we're present with our animals, they know that we're here. They can feel our presence. They can feel our company. And our animals just can go, oh, my human's here. I can feel safe. I can be well. And, you know, my animals used to be pretty wild and scatty and behaviorally weren't fantastic when I was younger. But what I found is that the more that I care for myself and the better that I care for myself, the happier my animals are. And meeting this moment for me is something that I've become aware of just how important that is more recently, in that, you know, we moved home 9 months ago. We've had renovations. There's all sorts of pressures and stresses. I've just got a really bad diagnosis with my beautiful horse, which means that he has a problem in his neck that is unfixable, painful, and is going to lead to him having a very much foreshortened life. Now, I could have collapsed with all this and just shut up shop and withdrawn and become reactive and miserable, and the rest of my life would have fallen to pieces, and my other animals wouldn't have had the support they need from me, and my horse wouldn't have the support I need from me. So what I do these days is this practice of meeting the moment and really being willing to stay present no matter what's going on. Now, this is like a muscle. It takes practice. It takes practice and courage and tenacity to learn how to be present with discomfort, with challenges. And what I will do is that, you know, one thing is my self-care is one thing that is absolutely non-negotiable. I get up 5 mornings a week and I exercise and I meditate and I do Qigong. And this is not easy. I don't love it, but I do love the benefits of it. And I find that the more that I care for my physical being by eating well, exercising well, taking care of my boundaries and emotions and all that sort of thing, just the happier my animals are, because I'm coherent and present. And Jem, my little whippet, who's about 9 months old now, she is the happiest, most confident, most well-behaved, most loving little dog I've ever had. And I can promise you that if I was still in the state that I had been in 25 years ago, which was scattered and ungrounded and not very present, she probably would have turned out to be a nightmare, because she's a very intelligent, very high-drive little dog. And without having that foundation of me being present with and for her, she could have been a very different kind of dog. So meeting this moment is really, really important for your animals. And the more that you can take care of yourself, be present with the challenges of life. And another practice that I just want to share quickly is that, you know, when things happen that are challenging emotionally and difficult and uncomfortable, I give them space. You know, I'll get up in the morning, I'll go, wow, I feel really heavy, I feel really sad, I feel really frustrated and angry about what's going on with my horse, or maybe the renovations have got really disruptive and I'm struggling with that, or whatever. But I'll just give it some time and space. I'll give myself 5 minutes or whatever just to be with and feel all the tension, all the discomfort. Honor it, respect it, not bypass it. And then after that, what I'll do is I spend some time on active gratitude and joy practices, where I actively go through all the things I have to be grateful in this life, all the things I get to do. You know, I had one client who can't get out of bed. Pretty much. They're mostly bedbound, their body's given up on them. So I get to be able to walk around and do stuff and lift things and exercise. And I get to have yummy food and I get to have a roof and I get to live with beautiful animals in a beautiful place in a beautiful community. So this I get to helps me get to a place where at some point the gratitude and the joy gets bigger than the anger and the frustration or the grief or whatever. So the anger and the grief and the frustration is still here. It's still part of me. It's honored. I'm not bypassing it. But then I make some gratitude big enough to hold all of that. And then I live my life from that place of gratitude and joy. And I find that my life is much more functional. Then I can be fully present with my beautiful animals. And I can care for my beautiful animals in a way that gives them the best possible life. So I encourage you to show up for yourself, care for yourself, and live like this too, because it's a very beautiful thing to do. I'll see you next week.